Hey, everybody. Welcome to Everything Philly Podcast, your platform for informative and entertainment, hitting some hard topics. I'm Sharice,
Little Rob.
and today we have Herman from Peace and Love and Lukman Abdullah from Philadelphia Anti Drug and Violence Network.
We had so much of a great episode yesterday that we had to come back with part two because there's so much information out there for you guys. And I hope you take it to heart because this is somewhere that could take you from ground one to ground five. What you say when you see about your partner, your coworker, as far as working
Mm-hmm.
from the outside looking in,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he look at his work.
You don't.
It's like a passion. Like you can see when someone is doing something they really have a passion for, and that's why you get so much out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why you can see so much into it because he's on a mission,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not a mission for to be glorified. It's a mission that he feels is definitely needed. So what you see coming out of him isn't work at all. It's
Mm-mm.
something that he's trying to accomplish for what's in him.
Yep.
And that's a beautiful thing when you can find people to work like that.
Yep.
So I wouldn't have no problem at all working with you guys.
Nice.
Doing whatever it needs to be done.
Nice. Same here, bro.
Same here, bro.
Same here, bro.
Yes, sir.
You and your wife, man. Same here. Yep.
She's just been mute over here. I think she lost her voice.
I didn't. I mean, you guys were into it, so I was just letting you do your thing. I saw the connection, so I was letting you have at it.
But it's a woman's world right now.
It definitely is.
It definitely is.
It definitely
Yes,
is.
it
But
is.
I've always told you I don't mind being a little submissive. So, if I need to fall back a little and let you
Yo.
do your thing,
She said, I don't mind being a little submissive.
Shh, I tell you,
I'm
that's
not
a
gonna be
boss.
totally.
She said, I give you a little bit, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you what's due. I'll let you do your thing.
Yep.
Oh, I love this gathering today.
Yes.
I heard you say something earlier that I wanted to kind of stuck in my head.
Mhm.
You said that how long ago was you said they took the funding from they cut the budget on the funding
That was
for
at that time. This was 2000 and this was 19 years ago when they cut that. So, and a reflect from that is how the schools look now, how everything is happening now, and then the other part because of that and a bunch of other things, another hat that Lukman wears is working with the school board, and there's a whole thing going at the school board that parents of these scholars they don't even know these certain conversations. So certain. Let's just speak about graduates, and I heard somebody say it earlier, but high school graduates, they're not graduating with a diploma. Some of them are graduating with something that's called a certificate of attendance. And we're not talking about that. They were joking that they were saying that people without a GED can go to the Navy or something like that. It was a joke or something at work, and I'm processing that. And the one young guy was like, he's like, I ain't going to no Navy, and I was like, yo, but you know what? You fail to realize that's actually a good option or a choice to do, bro. So military isn't totally out. Like, and I frowned on it growing up. Like, I ain't going to no military no service, but you get lifetime benefits if. Look at the things you get for being. You travel. You can get education, and it's like, do you want to either go into the military or into prison? And they even have military prisons. But really giving our young people a real view of the future, and these choices. And I'm not pro college, so I'm not always talking about college because to me it's a business.
Well, I'm not pro college. I'm not pro military either because
Man, me neither.
I have a son that's coming from there, and he told me some of his experiences being in there, and it's no different from being out here in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You got your levels,
Mm-hmm.
and we are always going to be at the bottom level. So some people may say that it can help you, but in a lot of ways, I think it harms you from the experiences they take being in that situation, being ranked or whatever case may be. And a lot of people don't want to speak on the things that happen to our servicemen when they come home or whatever. But I'm not for it at all. I'm not for it at all. And I'm just really getting into this now. I would love to look into it a lot more just from the things I see in my son and a couple of friends that came home from the military.
Your son is coming home from the military?
He's been home, but maybe 3 years now from
What
the military.
branch is he in?
Two. He was
Army.
Sure.
Okay. All right.
So
Yeah, I understand and I hear you, but I was the same way. But I had two nieces that joined the service and a nephew, and you know, there's again, even in the failures and or not the failures, but the challenges with life, I try to pull the good out of it. Even in the death of my sister, I just try to pull the good out of it. And it's not a bad thing, but it's this government, even this city, that part of it is what sucks for me. But really, just giving them options, just having real resources and options, and just seeing the difference. I really, it's just our young people are in the dark, man.
they're very much in the dark.
They're in the dark.
I guess it goes back to the mindset, but you had to be a very strong minded person to deal with situations. And if we don't do our inventory on an individual for who they are, you can't really throw them in all situations.
Correct.
Because we had a young man in here the other day that's handicapped, I guess you could say. But his circle or his friends or whatever what you could call it, I'm talking about Shannon, kept him in a mindset that motivated him. Like he didn't fall weak or he didn't feel like a victim. He felt encouraged to do more and more and more and more.
Nice.
So it's like, I guess it depends on your circle or where you at in life to be put in certain situations. I'm only speaking on this because I don't know. I'm at a bad place with the world right now. Even our people, it's like the things that's going on with Cat Williams. Like you brought up Cat Williams and everything like that. It's like when something bad happens to our people, not only do you have the white people tearing them down, we tear them down. And we tear them down because it seems like we hate to see one of ours having more than us. You understand what I'm saying? And that could be, and I'm only saying it because I'm thinking about the military, because you could get a black colonel or whatever, and he made it through the ranks only because he was a bootlicker or whatever the case may be. But then when his people come through there, he want to step on them because he don't want them to be the next colonel to take his place, to kick him out, because there only could be one nigger at the top wherever you go. That's our mind frame. And the white people love you to have that mind frame because they don't have to do as much work because we're going to do the work to tear us down ourselves.
Interesting.
So, and I see that every day in life. Like, soon as one of us get ahead, the rest of us is bringing that person down because you can't have more than me because we black.
Yeah.
Only the white man or the Asian man can have more than me. We respect them, we love them, we take them all our money, but we hate them at the same time. I'm racist, but I'll take you all my money.
Interesting.
You know, when you make mention of that, the first thing I think of is the Willie Lynch letters of speech. Where they talk about designing a system that'll affect us for over 300 years or more, where we tear each other down and have distrust for one another. The light skin, dark skin, old, young, male, female, we all at odds with each other while they coming in, other people coming into our community and building empires for their families.
And we run
Right
to
in our
them.
neighborhoods.
And we run to them.
And we run to them.
We the most spending, brokest people in the world.
And you look at it, everybody have these various businesses supplying all of our needs and wants right in our community. And when somebody else that look like us develop a business, we tear them down and don't patronize them.
He ain't getting rich off of me.
But it's something I've been thinking about for the longest, where it's important to really educate our community on individual wealth building and community wealth building. I think that's something, because even when we look at the violence prevention and intervention and so forth and so on, my view is that we have to begin to educate and empower people in regards to community building, because no matter where you go at on the face of the earth, there's some form of violence going on. But if we really start looking at, okay, these are the strategies that we need to take to rebuild our community, to empower our community, then I think that, it has a better ring to it. But I also think, I also believe that it can be the greatest influencer to get more people in the community engaged in doing the work and bringing about a change.
I agree. Very
I
good.
know Lukman and I were just talking recently about to change the message, not to keep talking about the gun violence, but to maybe more so talk about beautifying our communities or gentrifying within, or just trying to change the message because it's saturated. But our communities, we're losing our communities by way of the gentrification, and a lot of the stuff we could do it ourselves. We could change it ourselves. And again, going back to election time, and Rob, last time we sat down, I think it was the mayor election, and it was a gentleman running for mayor, and he wanted our support, and it was deemed to us to give him our support, and I think that we need to circle back with those kind of conversations with another election coming up because Lukman and I just yesterday were responding to a shooting or a murder rather, not a shooting, because this was person was stabbed right off of Stenton and Sydney. And this was a guy quiet in the neighborhood. I grew up with this guy. He went to McDevitt High School. He would what you would call a nerd, but he was a good guy, and everybody that knew him protected him because he wasn't into dumb stuff. But someone knocked on his door and stabbed him, and murdered him, who had mental issues, and that same person did 4 stabbings last year, but was still walking around. And the person, he's our age, my age, he's 53. His nephew found him laying outside.
Wow.
And the nephew and the son can't even walk out of that front door. So those kind of topics and things, I'm glad that we're working together because I trust this collaboration. I'm so glad I had Brother Lukman with me because, again, paying attention to the lessons along the journey, this was definitely something that I needed to pay attention to.
You had me nervous today. I didn't think you was going to make it. I'm very glad you did.
It's the 9 to 5, bro. You got to,
Gotta respect
do
it.
what we got to do for the benefits. And we like, yo, I need to get up to such and such. I got such a, yeah, all right. So it's like, like we got to train it. We got this. So, but look how the spirit works. We here.
Beautiful session.
God work.
And it's going to have to be a part 2 of the session because there's still so much more to speak on. So much
Y'all
more.
didn't even really hear from Lukman as being so humble right now, but
That's all right.
he is a wealth of information, man.
We're going to get it out of him.
Telling you, man, this guy, and he's aided and assisted so many organizations. I'm not even going to say the organizations, but he's aided and assisted a lot of organizations that are getting that grant money. They're not doing the work. And so when I was saying the Cat Williams one, because there are people that's getting the grant money and they're not doing the work, and it is what it is.
Luke Mine is about to be a regular up here.
He said you're going to be a regular.
A regular.
With my partner.
Yo, the funny part, here's the funny part. He had no idea when we was coming, and I took the back road where you go Whistler in and you come to back.
Yes.
So he from North Philly. I was like, oh, he don't know nothing about this route. So wait till we get to where we going. We can have this conversation. But I'm telling you, this having him, riding with him at, doing this kind of work and having the conversations. So another thing, and I believe Rob is getting ready to have a party there, but we're at Treasures every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. His friend owns Treasures. So when you think about a place like Treasures, there's grandparents in Treasures that's partying. There's Bossellini's walking around. You know what I mean? This is a room of conversation we can have with different generations. You know what I mean? And I believe Rob is getting ready to have a party there coming up sometime soon. Are you? No?
No.
Somebody
Not that
having...
Rob.
Oh,
Talking about the Gov.
Oh, the Gov,
the
Lil
Gov,
Rob.
Lil Rob.
Yeah, Lil Rob. So we all should be there. Rob should be there. The Gov, Somerville Rob, right?
Somerville Rob, yes.
Right. We all should be there. You know what I mean? Because again, this is different generations, different neighborhoods. Rob's from Somerville. I'm from Vernon Road, Sharpneck. Rob is from Wadsworth, Kensington, K&A. He's from, he's a bookend. He's from one end to the other end, and it's a lot going on in between, and he can speak about all that stuff. And then look what we're dealing with.
When is that?
I don't know. I'll text you. I'll send it to you. Yeah, I'll send it to you.
No problem. I'll be there.
Yeah.
So once again, I look forward to part 2 of this conversation. And we are currently working on something for her IM program. So
Okay,
we'll probably
nice.
definitely be in touch with you for the experience of grant writing. Or
Yes, grant writing. I'd also be interested in having you just talk to some of the kids in the program, and yeah. So there's a lot of ideas
Okay.
that I would love to collaborate with you on.
Yes. Yes.
They do life skills too with the group
Yeah,
of
so
kids, right?
the Philly IM program is a 6-week session, and I do
Okay.
teach them entrepreneurship skills
Okay.
because, like you were saying, college is not for everyone, and military may not always be the option. So the life skill that I teach them is something that they can walk away and potentially make money and earn a living.
Okay.
So it's the entrepreneurship. I teach them about business plans, marketing. We create prototypes and actually invite the community
Oh,
to come to a
nice.
Okay.
showcase, and they sell their products and they pocket all the money. We don't take
Okay.
anything. It's their work, their ideas, so they make the money. I have a couple of girls that from my first session who actually started a jewelry business, and they
Oh,
still
nice.
make money.
Okay.
Nice.
That's great.
one of the main
Nice.
things she's missing out about the program is the program teaches you self-confidence.
Okay.
So you
okay.
can learn to stand on your own 2 feet and not let other people dictate who you are, where you're supposed to be at in life.
So those are the first couple of weeks. And that's how we get the idea of the entrepreneur, like based on their passions and their desires. So we first understand who we are. We do a lot of self-confidence, self-esteem, team building things, just to try to get them to think outside of the box. And like we were saying earlier, when someone asks them who they are, they're more than just their name.
I love
That
that.
sounds great.
Yeah, we definitely want to collaborate with that because one of the things with people, I can't just say women that are in abusive situations, is a lot of times lack of confidence, self-esteem, and they will put themselves in a position because of. So I love that.
Well, you were a guest speaker there, wasn't you?
Yeah, I did come speak and work with you guys, but we're gonna be a little more intimate with doing the work and intentional with the work. Yep.
Absolutely.
Great. So, how can people find you?
Peace and love is 2 ways. Three ways. We have 2 websites. One is our nonprofit website, which is peaceloveworldwide.org. And the other website is we need peaceandlove.com, which is our for-profit website, which has our merchandise on it, our product. And then my email, Herman at we need peaceandlove.com. And of course, social media and all of that stuff. Yep. How would they get you, Lukman?
Lukman Abdullah.
How would they get you, Lukman?
I didn't want to mention name of. I teach kids all the time to respect people's names and make sure that you understand the pronunciation. So I didn't want to mess it up.
You did a great job
Yeah.
pronouncing it. Yeah.
So how can we find you? How can we get in contact with you?
Cell phone 267-902-3866. My email lukman.fmkys@gmail.org. .com, excuse me. And I have a little
He's so humble.
website.
So humble. A little.
Family and Community Engagement Action Team at GoDaddy.com.
Any final words? Any final words?
I want to thank Herman for ambushing me, and I want to thank you and your wife for having me be a part of this podcast session, and thank you for all the work you're doing, and thank Herman for all the work you're doing because he didn't say it, but I met Herman when I came home, and I think a few months later he was saying, "Man, you getting an award from Peace and Love." He got mad. He still didn't let it go. That I was a little late, and he
Like an
grabbed
hour
me up.
late. It was like an hour late.
But he gave me
I'm
one.
honoring this guy. He went like an hour late. Like, yo.
And so I just want to thank everybody, and even the brothers that's doing the taping for the work that all of you doing. Just getting the message out and being a force in our communities.
Yeah, I want to thank you, Rob, and I appreciate you and your wife. And I also want to say that I love that you and your wife are doing the work together. And I want to apologize to the gentlemen that are doing the camera work on us being late. Because again, I respect people's time. but we was determined to get here. Even I said, even if I'm a bit there late, Rob gonna be getting in the car. I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, my bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I gotta see him before he pulls off of Ivy Hill Road. But thank y'all so much. And Herman and Peace and Love is here to support you guys in everything y'all do.
It was no way I was going to let the session go because for some reason I knew it was going to be a great interview, a good episode. So I think it's a lot of information we put out there. I think there's a lot of people that can really grow off this session. And I hope and I pray that you all give comments and share what your thoughts are, because maybe we can answer them and help you get to a place you need to be. Because like my man Herman say, that you have to learn to let go and forgive, man. A lot of us is stuck in this world because we're just harping on the bad things. And I think that's what life is all about for a lot of people nowadays. It's like even kids get into stuff that they know is harmful because that's where they get the most glorification from. Like you're not getting praise for being a good person. You're getting praise for being the bad person. Like you get your likes up on social media and everything happens when you do something that's negative. Like we're living in a world of negativity, a reality. When I say reality, I'm talking about facing reality, but reality TV nowadays is a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of gossip.
It ain't reality.
It ain't reality. And it's like, these are what people is into today, and this is what they're stuck on. So if you see somebody doing something stupid, let me do something worse than what that person is doing. Maybe I get more likes or whatever the case may be. And this is the world we living in right now. So when we have something like this going on, we need you, our followers, our subscribers, to put it out there that, hey, check this out. The same way my man was passed down a book and it changed his life, something that happened on this show could be the thing that changed your life and help you to grow to the next level.
Don't forget to like, comment,
share, and subscribe.
And subscribe.
Thank you, brothers.